got here. I forgot my mic. I just got here. Got my canvas. My contribution is granola bars. Hopefully that's not lame. But yeah, just got here to the Pink House. Excited to be here. Excited, grateful for the invitation. Y'all, look at this. Look, that's one hand. That's one hand. Oh, didn't talk about it. I thought that I could soft gel the other hand on if I did the press on first, because that's not my dominant hand. So like I did this one on my dominant hand, but she's so cute. Did the press on the other one just to find out they weren't gonna stick. Sir, yeah, I got one hand. But yeah, I went to church. Amazing message. The Lord definitely confirmed I will be watching that again. It's Pastor Landon from Mercy Culture, and they're in a series on ways to connect with God. I pay attention, y'all. And this one was about giving specifically and targeting, coming against the spirit of mammon. Ooh, y'all. But anyway, yeah, I gotta go in here because I'm late.
Yeah, get your content.
I'm gonna be like
I'm gonna do a jazz album someday.
Yeah, that was too good. This is how mine came out. So I know not everybody. Let me see how I can do this. I just honestly rolled with whatever I felt like the Lord highlighted to me while I was in there. Also, she is interested in hiring me to work at her shop. She is interested in hiring me, so I just, I gotta pray about it. I know there's definitely conversations to talk about more, but either way, such a dope sweet person. However the cards fall,
but you can't just diss and come tell man sorry. You can't listen to me talk and go tell my story. It don't work like that when you lost somebody. My old flex is my new flex now, and we're working on it. That's why I need all the energy that you bring to me. My last girl would tear me apart, but she never wanna split a thing with me. But when it comes to you, I think I lie for you.
I'm not recording my quiet time with the Lord. It gets personal around here. That's none of y'all business. So I'm being rude, huh? Listen, that's just private. That's between me and him. So yeah, I'm about to go to bed. I'm sleepy. Good night. I'll see y'all later.
Son of God, son of man, roaring lion, precious lamb. He's the beginning and the end. He's everything. He's everything. He's the living water and the well. He's the hunger and he's the bread. He's the only great I am. He's everything. 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 He's everything.
Good morning. So this is me. I'm getting ready for school. Well, actually, I'm getting ready to go to this meeting first. We gonna see what happens from that. Monday through Friday, I go to school in Grand Prairie, which is about a 30-minute drive to an hour drive, depending on traffic. Most days when I'm headed there, it's 45 to an hour. So it's by the time I graduate, it'll have been 7 months of that. I'm so grateful for it. I've learned so much, but the commute, that's the thing right there. But anyway, we have to wear all black. So I am in my all black. This is what I've been used to wearing day in, day out. I've been thinking like, oh my gosh, I miss getting dressed like a girl. Like, I need to get cute and get up out of here. Also bring, this is my, ooh, I need to hit the gym today. That's on my goal list. But this is like my travel case, my personal bag, my backpack, gallon of water, lunch bag, day in the life. So, but this is what I do. Typically just like this. Walk around like this, grab my keys, head out like that. I got hired. I just got hired to be a nail tech at the Peak House in downtown Fort Worth, Texas. So if you're watching this and you from there, come down. But yeah, so okay. First of all, now crazy enough, I can talk about all the things I didn't want to talk about leading up to this point. So, and my cousin just said, we congratulations! Heck yeah! Journeying into Fort Worth, I have not had a job in the past 3 months. Never experienced this in my life before. Lord, oh Lord, has it humbled me and came against levels of pride that I didn't know were still there. It's hot. Ooh. All kinds of stuff in my heart, you know, not realizing where I placed my identity in still. Not realizing, I think one of the biggest things was like realizing, yeah, this stuff can happen to you too. You know what I mean? Because it's like, to me, I'm like, I know how to work hard. I know how to do X, Y, and Z. It's like, I don't know, it's just not a factor, I guess. You don't think about things until you're in it, until it's happening. And the first job I was at, the Lord told me to leave, made it very, very clear. And he told me to not go for a waitressing job. I went for a waitressing job anyway, because that's what was, like, you know, being offered. And it wasn't, like, I want to say this so that you can also be mindful of it. Sometimes it won't be in this way if you're directly like, I'm not listening to you, God. It happens when you water him down a little bit. It happens when you center your stress points instead of centering him. It happens when you compromise with God or try to be like, okay, I'm hearing you, but it's not making sense to me. Like, you try to rationalize what he said, I guess. Like, all those things will influence your obedience to God. They played in my face. I was going home with $2, $10, $23, you know, scraps. And but couldn't really be mad at nobody but myself, to be honest, because I know he said not to do that. So left there. During this time, the jobs that like I really want, you know, I'm trying to stay encouraged. And I would get like this close to the jobs I really wanted for like content creator jobs and stuff like that. And then not get it. Or like, then all of a sudden when I leave that restaurant, I have old coworkers telling me how busy it is there. And just all this stuff, you know, so like just feeling really, really discouraged, on top of the fact of like, I'm in a new place. And to be quite transparent, Fort Worth wasn't all that I thought it was gonna be, like my expectation going into it. And I don't really know what I thought it was gonna be. I think it just like, it's like, ooh, new, exciting. Okay, God, you told me to do this, not knowing that I was going into my training season, you know? So training is not easy. So yeah, all that going on, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, and then I have people telling me left and right, like, I don't think that your answer is in a job, you know? But I'm like, I hear y'all. I hear what y'all saying, but like, look. I'm a boss, look, I'm a boss. But anyway, so like, one of the things, stuff that wasn't even making no sense happening, y'all. Why did I go into a job? And I'm talking any and every job. Like, at this point, I wasn't, even though, like I said, prideful ways of thinking, like, because I like started picking up DoorDash again, and that hurt my little ego. Like, I'm like, I do not want to be DoorDashing again. But at the end of the day, I needed to be grateful. But so at that point, I'm applying for any and everything. Like, I'm like, it don't matter. Anything is better than what is going on right now is what my mind was on. And so then I applied for like this little pizza shop place. Why, y'all, this man didn't even see my resume. Like, he's just going off of meeting me. He's like suspect, like looking at me like I'm suspect. Like, he's like, yeah, like, I think like this job, you don't want this job. And I'm like, huh? And he's like, this is like a starter job. Like, you know, you seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. Have you looked over there across the street? I'm like, and he just like, you know, gassing me, super, super sweet. But I'm like, okay, thanks, but I need a job. Like, what are we talking about? Another, like, things like that. I got hired for a job, and then they just completely ghosted me on my training. Like, so, like, it just was not even making things out of this world type stuff, you know? Keep in mind during this time, the Lord is not letting up on the fact of, like, you started out doing mentorship. You need to go back to mentorship, and you need to go back to Bible studies. And I'm like, not that I don't want to, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, once I get all this stuff together and I piece everything for sure. And he's like, no, actually, it's not what I said. And I'm like, wait. But, you know, already, because like I've started back up Bible study for a few weeks now, and like, it's something so beautiful about like decentering yourself and centering the purpose of God's will regardless of what's going on. Like, that's ministry. Okay, I'm gonna get this stuff sorted, and then I'm gonna, you know, take care of what I need to take care of. But it's like, no, you're gonna need to sit in all of this and keep going and doing what I'm calling you to do regardless. And that, on top of the fact of like, he's also really been calling me to sit still. Do y'all know how I have felt like a child that don't want to take a nap, like crying for no reason, like just because he's telling me to sit still and be quiet when all of this is happening and everything's out of my control? But then it made me realize, like, something I'm learning is like, oh, I have not processed a lot. There's so much I haven't processed because I keep going and keep going and keep going. And that's why he's like, that's why there's still some guards up. That's why you're still dealing with some of these wounds you're dealing with when you could have been free from them. Like, they don't have to be swarming in your mind the way that they do. We are going to have to sit still and process what's going on in that mind so you can actually take the thoughts captive. You can't take captive what you're not submitting over. With all this going on, I was not able to afford keeping my car. Matter of fact, I am filming this the same morning that they took my car. And that was a lot for me, y'all. I've had a car since I'm 17. I'm 24. So it's like, I understand, like, I definitely kept going back and forth. Well, I mean, I had a meltdown. Definitely had a meltdown. But it's like, I keep reminding myself, like, it's a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a car. You have a roof over your head. God is still sustaining. Like, that's the thing too. Someone has sent me something where it basically like made me think like, oh yeah, I'm sitting here worried about like, oh my gosh, I've had to do this and I haven't had this and like running all over the place. I have not realized, do you know how crazy it is to be able to say out of your mouth, God has sustained me without a job in 3 months? Like, that's not normal. The Lord give it, the Lord take it away. Like, it will be fine. As y'all can see, it's like I'm talking about getting my car taken, but you're driving the car now. Exactly. It's things like that I have to think about. Like, I have had content clients to be able to have me with exactly what I need, heavy on the what I need, because it's fine. God has everything that I need right now. And then being able to like start learning more about finances, start talking to people more about what you're going through and how to manage this well, how to steward it better so that I can grow in this area. It will make you realize, like, friends you can call on and depend on, family you can call on, depend on, talk to. This is my cousin's car, like people who are just willing to help you and things like that. That's not everybody has a support system or people who think of you, consider you, love you, and understand you're in a position where you don't have much to give in return, but they still want to give to you. They still want to pour into you and love on you. Anyway, going to this job is less than 10 minutes away from me, y'all. That's what I was praying for. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm praying for, like, and something in me felt that way too. Like, I feel like you're wanting me to focus on what's in my hands, like go the entrepreneurship route, but just I didn't expect it to be like this. Like, she found me, like, because y'all know I post, like, you know, I post everything, and it's crazy because I feel like I haven't even been at my like usual max because I'm balancing a lot with it. But she like ended up reaching out, was telling me how like she can see how consistent I am and, you know, my hustle and things like that, and how much she likes it, and she really feels like I would be a good fit. Woo woo woo. I was praying for a place where I'm like, okay, like, will you provide the place? Will it be somewhere close where a car won't be an issue like that? She's willing to work with my budget to be able to rent the spot, able to start ASAP, like. And I feel like this right here was like my confirmation, because like the reason I kept being like, I don't want to talk about it, is because it's vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready, but there was like this feeling, this like little feeling of like, start talking some more, you know, always. But I was just like, if it was almost kind of like this thing of like, if I get my hopes up for another thing, like this is just too much, you know. And I'm definitely not gonna be pulling out my camera and crying on this thing. Like that's what we not gonna do. Like, I'm in shock. And it was crazy because I was talking to my mom about that yesterday, because like today was like my official hiring, but the day before that we met, and she just really was like very open and eager about the fact that like she wants to hire me. And her business partner, who I met too, was like, oh, you're the one, like she's been talking about you. And I'm like, you do hear me? Like, I'm just like, are you sure? Like, I kid you not, y'all. I literally had the thought to myself a couple times, like, what if she hit the wrong profile? Like, what if it's not me? You're not gonna lie, I'm so much more comfortable talking about my points of, you know, like I always want to talk about it after I've learned the lesson. It's really hard for me to talk during. I will want to talk, but I don't want to process with you. Like, I want to process with just me. I don't want you in my face when I'm trying to process my own feelings and stuff like that. Let me get my thoughts together, let me get my emotions together, and then I'll come talk to you. But it's like, real intimacy is like letting people in the thick of it, in the lows of it, in the process, you know. So yeah, y'all, yeah, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Ooh, I can't even process, y'all. I'm so grateful. So yeah, now I'm on my way to school, so show y'all that soon.
Good morning, everybody.
No, you're supposed to say buenos dias.
I don't know if I said that in my thing. We've been doing Duolingo and learning Spanish. Llames
español.
Llames Trinicia. Llames Jemiah.
Sí.
And como estas crackers. I don't know how to say crackers in Spanish. Because Trin brought me crackers, y'all.
Taking off my own soak off is crazy.
I don't know what to tell you. I hate doing soak offs, y'all. Say hey to the vlog. Hey, vlog. Say hey. Introduce her. Tell them your name.
My name's Nevaeh.
Promote yourself.
I can do your wig.
Period.
I do nails. I do your nails. Hermione's nails. I do makeup too.
Boom. Boom. Y'all, this is Trin and Soraya. Oh, grab it.
Okay. So I'm a mobile nail tech in DFW, and I'm gonna try and find a salon so I can build my clientele, but I eventually want to own my own salon suite. It's gonna be called Gloss, so if you see it in the DFW area, please come by. Pass the phone to somebody.
Polish and poppin'. So yeah, get on there.
Period.
$45 Valentine's Day nail special going on right now. I look for a salon to build my clientele, and after that I'm going to get a suite and open up my school and my nail store. So yeah.
Y'all, this is Kaylee. She's known to be the fastest, y'all. She be teaching all of us.
Stop.
This is true.
This nails 101, guys.
Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
It's wax.
No, people will clown you.
You know what's crazy? You
I
know
got
what?
corrected too. I'm
Really?
from California.
Know what I used to say? You're from Cali?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. We from the same side because I'm from Washington. Yeah, we want to say. Anyway.
Anyway,
We're on the west side.
anyways, y'all are from the South now.
Did y'all hear that? That was a real Southerner that just said I'm from the South. Y'all heard my accent and everything. Anyway,
West Coast.
Nah, y'all some Southside babies.
why is Hillary bad? The vlog doesn't seen enough of you, Hillary. Oh my gosh. Cut the cameras, y'all. Dolce. Everybody say hey, Dolce. Dolce say hey to the vlog. Say hey. Hey, that was him saying hey. Phone on the charger. My phone stayed dying. Also, please, and please, where'd the other one go? And please, I was eating brownies over the weekend. Get ready for Bible study. So I want us to think about this. There's all this weeping happening because there's an awareness that none of us are worthy enough to open these scrolls.
Right, yeah,
that shows how holy these scrolls are. But then when we get to chapter 6 and we see these scrolls are full of destruction. These scrolls are telling the revelations of time. We're talking about everybody in chaos and discord. We're talking about natural disasters. We're talking about murder all around. We're talking about evil just wiping through the land.
Right.
But these were the holy scrolls that none of us are worthy to open. And it's the same pattern and context we see throughout the Bible. And I'm sure all of us have experienced that throughout our lives. Sometimes we might completely miss what's holy. And the only way to center us there is to center Jesus. Like the fact that in chapter 5, it shows the lamb slaughtered. It's not just this beautiful golden lamb. Exactly. Like even how people talk about heaven is typically like the white and the gold and but it's like, it shows the lamb slaughtered because him being slaughtered was holy. It was the most beautiful sacrifice ever. There will be none like it. Chad, guess who got the gym alone? Well, not the gym alone, technically. Look at my ponytail. Hold on. But the spin room. But that's what I wanted. I'm about to play my word and get my workout in.
Your inability to deal with this internal weakness is going to become the limitation of multiple generations. It's actually going to become what creates an engineering system that will empower the kingdom of darkness. Cain, this is not just about you dealing with anger. This is about you derailing the will of God for time and for generations. Many of us don't see how our lack of constraints, how our inability to deal with the fragility of our emotions can actually derail the time of God.
You about to be in my You about to be in my vlog and see Angie?
No, look. They're right there.
Boots on the ground. These are nice.
I gotta put them on this morning.
Y'all, I ended up stopping at my auntie Angie's house. She's right by my school. So she made us some salad. We're having a little date.
told y'all very transparently, I do not have a car. So I'm getting everything in order and building from where we are. But yeah, I feel good about it, but you know, it goes up and down sometimes, but I feel like I see what God is trying to do. So I'm just trying to get myself in order to be able to position myself where I need to be to roll with him. So I think that this is the end of the week in my life. Y'all got to see a clip and whatnot. Before I go, I just want to say this. Like, as I'm doing my research, there are so many people that I'm seeing who have these testimonies of like, I was laid off, I was this, I was living in my car, like just all kinds of crazy stuff for the shame that I was carrying, you know, regarding my situation. And not only that, but doing more research, because as I'm trying to develop the gifts that God has given me, I'm realizing so much more. Like, it's like, no, I don't just content create. I've done partnerships with different people. I've done development with different people, brand development, projects I've worked on, so many different projects that I didn't think about, because in my mind, I'm just like, oh yeah, let me help you do this. You should do the blah, blah, blah. And not realizing, because it just naturally came to me. And now that I have no choice but to sit longer and sit in it, develop it, focus in and lock in on it, it's an opportunity. And it's an opportunity that I'm super excited to see where God takes. So y'all on the journey with me. This isn't what I thought of when I thought about YouTubing my life and week in my life, day in my life kind of content. I thought it was gonna be me on the plane and me living a luxurious lifestyle. Y'all coming with me to Africa. Y'all coming with me behind the scenes, getting ready for shows. And it's that too, but it's also gonna be this too. So yeah, I will see y'all next time.